Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Obviously, the Bachelor Matt James knows of the juicy tea spilled by reality Steve last week. The Instagram live session put on by Steve detailed Rachel Kirkconnell's trip to New York to see Matt. He put many rumors to rest and also called Matt out for basically two-timing Rachel and another woman. The other woman, named Grace, lives in Florida, and following Steve's first live session, she went live with him a second time. She confirmed details that Steve put out for Bachelor Nation to see. So, what was Matt's reaction to the latest drama enveloping his life? Matt James' reaction to reality Steve's tea. Basically, Matt James has had no reaction. Zero, not a reaction to the drama involving Rachel Kirkconnell and Grace. Reality Steve shared that once Rachel knew of Grace, she confronted Matt. Of course, Matt denied it all and said Grace meant nothing to him. Rachel packed her bags and left. Following her departure from Matt's apartment, she met with the girls from her season. Matt continued to live life unscathed by the drama and shared photos of him watching television. Then he was off to Florida to attend WrestleMania. He shared photos on Instagram story and of course made headlines with his appearance at the event. For someone who just got outed by two women, he appeared to be in great spirits. Matt is seen smiling and having a great time throughout many photos. Matt has yet to address the accusations against him. What went down? In case anyone missed reality Steve's Instagram live sessions, here's a recap. Basically, Steve said the information circulating throughout the media was false. Matt and Rachel had been factiming daily since the Bachelor finale March 15. He said he had seen text messages in which Matt says he loves her and wants to be with her. Matt bought her a ticket to New York to spend time with him. She didn't go there on her own, as reported by various outlets. Steve also dished that prior to seeing Rachel in New York, Matt was trying to hook up with a friend he had a romantic history with in Florida. Grace ultimately declined meeting up with him before he flew out back to New York. Once she learned he was with Rachel, she asked him about it. He denied they were together. The situation didn't sit right with Grace. She outed him to Steve. Steve spoke with sources close to Rachel and shared the Grace story with them. Rachel confronted Matt, then had a phone conversation with Grace. Matt basically got caught with his pants down. Other than being hurt by Matt's betrayal, Rachel has not commented further on the situation either. Is Matt really unbothered by what went down or just putting on a happy face for the media? Stay tuned for more updates. Snaps. His explosive reaction to reality, Steve calling him out. Reality TV has its kings and queens, and then there's Matt James, the cool, composed, camera-loved former bachelor who rarely lets the noise get to him. But when famed blogger Reality Steve called him out in a viral blog post, fans expected the usual silence from Matt. What they got instead? A shocking clapback that no one, absolutely no one, saw coming. This is the full story of what was said, what Matt did, and how this moment could change the game for future bachelors forever. Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Shade. Since his historic debut as the first Black Bachelor, Matt James has carved a unique lane for himself. Low on drama, high on charisma, and disarmingly chill in interviews, Matt stayed mostly off the franchise radar after his season ended, especially once he and Rachel Kirkconnell rekindled their romance. Until, that is, Reality Steve dropped a bombshell blog post. In a piece titled, Matt James, the most checked-out bachelor ever, Steve accused Matt of sleepwalking through his season, claiming he lacked emotional depth, dodged real conversations, and was clearly more interested in fame than love. The post called Matt a PR hire, and even dragged his charity work as brand image curation. Fans were divided, but Matt's silence? That was the real headline. Until it wasn't. Chapter 2. The screenshot heard round Bachelor Nation. It started subtly. Matt posted an Instagram story, a black screen, white text. Funny how people with zero access love to talk like they were there. Keep blogging, bro. Fans instantly knew who he meant. It was the first public jab Matt had ever thrown at a media personality, and it sent Bachelor Nation spiraling. "Is this about reality, Steve?" one fan tweeted. Another added, "Matt James breaking his silence is the moment I've been waiting for." But it wasn't just a story. Oh no, Matt was just warming up. Chapter 3. Matt breaks the internet on Call Her Daddy. In a surprise move, Matt made an unannounced appearance on Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast, dropping the episode with zero teasers. The title? Matt James, I'm Done Being Quiet. The episode opened with Matt calmly addressing Steve's claims. "I've let a lot slide, but when someone starts questioning my intentions, not only as a bachelor but as a man, that's when I step in." He didn't hold back. On the checked out accusation, "I wasn't checked out, I was burnt out." Imagine filming 24/7 in a bubble, dealing with racial conversations the network wasn't prepared to support, and trying to fall in love while navigating all that. Would you smile the whole time? On Steve's blog, he calls himself the truth teller, but he's never once picked up the phone and asked me a single question. His sources are anonymous cowards. The podcast episode exploded, shared across TikTok, clipped on Instagram, and quoted on Bachelor Reddit threads like gospel. Reality Steve had awoken a sleeping giant. Chapter 4. Reality Steve fires back, or tries to. Within 24 hours, Steve published a follow-up blog, attempting to double down. "Matt clearly didn't like the truth. I stand by every word." But this time, the tone felt defensive, less confident. He included DMs from former contestants who allegedly agreed with him, but blurred their names. Fans weren't buying it. "I used to believe Steve, but this feels petty now," one Reddit user commented. Even former bachelors chimed in. Clayton Eckerd tweeted, "I've had my own run-ins with the guy. Glad Matt said what needed to be said." Nick Vile posted, "Reality Steve profited off our lives for years. It's time we start calling it what it is, exploitation." Bachelor Nation was rallying behind Matt. Chapter 5. Rachel speaks and makes it personal. Though Matt was the one targeted, it was Rachel Kirkconnell who added a gut punch. In a TikTok video that went viral in under an hour, she calmly laid into Reality Steve. "You come after my man, you come after me. Matt has been nothing but honest, and he's the reason I'm a better woman today. So no, he didn't fake his season, he saved it." Fans were stunned, not just by her loyalty, but by her poise. The comment section blew up. "This is the ride or die energy I want. Rachel just became the MVP of this story. Someone give her a podcast ASAP." Matt reposted the video with a single emoji, and Bachelor Nation collectively melted. Chapter 6. The franchise reacts. Producers of The Bachelor had remained tight-lipped until now. In an exclusive interview with Us Weekly, an anonymous insider said, "We always knew Matt had layers. He's not the most animated, but he was authentic. It's hard seeing someone attack him for being real." Behind the scenes, talk of inviting Matt back, maybe even as a future Golden Bachelor down the line, yes, the idea was floated, started swirling. The franchise, it seemed, wasn't just on Matt's side. They were looking for redemption. Chapter 7. Fans dig into Reality Steve's past. Matt's response had a ripple effect. Fans began investigating Reality Steve's own track record, re-examining old posts where he made predictions that were wildly off, or where he'd taken sides against contestants who later proved trustworthy. A Twitter thread titled "The Receipts on Reality Steve Being Wrong," a master list, racked up over 3 million views. Among the highlights, calling Hannah Brown's season a disaster before it became one of the most beloved, saying Katie Thurston wasn't Bachelor material, only for her season to pull record ratings, misinformation about Tayshia Adams' breakup, which she later refuted. Steve's credibility cracking. Chapter 8. A surprise reunion special. With a twist, ABC moved fast. In a stroke of PR genius, they arranged a 1-hour Bachelor Nation unfiltered special featuring Matt, Rachel, and surprise guests. The twist. A live reading of Reality Steve's blog post, with Matt providing commentary. Hosted by Jess Palmer, the event felt like both a roast and a celebration. Matt laughed through most of it, but paused at the paragraph questioning his charity work. "This right here," Matt said, holding up a printed copy. "This is where it went too far. You can critique my time on the show, but you don't get to diminish real-world impact just because you weren't invited." The audience erupted in applause. Even Steve's loyal fans were stunned. Chapter 9. Matt's book announcement shocks everyone. In the final minutes of the reunion special, Matt announced something no one expected. He was writing a book. Not a memoir, a guide. About being real in a world that rewards fake. And yeah, there's a chapter called Blog Boys and Bad Takes. He grinned. The crowd roared. Bachelor Nation lit up. Pre-orders crashed the publisher's site within hours. Chapter 10. Reality Steve goes silent. Following the special, Reality Steve tweeted a cryptic. "Maybe it's time to reevaluate things. Taking a step back." And with that, he logged off. No blog posts, no Instagram stories, just silence. The man who had spoken over so many contestants for over a decade had been silenced, not by hate, but by accountability. Matt James hadn't just won the battle, he changed the way fans looked at the war. Epilogue. A new era for Bachelor Nation. Matt James' bold response to criticism marks a turning point for the franchise. For too long, contestants feared backlash, letting anonymous bloggers define their narratives. Not anymore. With one viral reaction, Matt gave power back to the people actually living these stories. In doing so, he became something few Bachelor leads ever managed to be post-season. An actual leader. And somewhere, on a couch in NYC, probably with a smoothie in one hand and Rachel snuggled up next to him, Matt James is smiling. Quietly, calmly. But this time, with a purpose.